If Wes doesn't come, we can't have a meeting. And John, my John won't be here
Watch
because
language.
my John,
Going out over the airway.
Watch my language.
Really was directed at Linda, but she was on her way out.
Wow.
All right.
I think you've only reprimanded me like 1 or 2 times
Oh, we
for
can
my
change
language.
that if you want.
Just the whole side of the building.
Okay, great.
Yeah, where the bank comes down. So it's the wall facing the bank.
Oh, okay.
So there's not much wall left. I mean, it kind of tapers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll just be that little strip up.
Okay. So extend, I see, I was wondering how they're gonna make that extend right across the street. That's pretty neat. First, I was thinking on the other side.
Yeah. We were thinking, 2 years ago, we were thinking about doing that.
How's Aaron? Michelle?
No, I didn't get any
How's
back
Aaron?
from him. Oh, he's good, he's good, he was out having a nice bike ride while I left, so,
Oh,
yeah.
so tell him about a month ago, I'm still healing.
Uh-huh.
About a month ago, I took off on my mountain bike and it was getting dark. I mean, it wasn't dark. I mean, I could see fine. I had a headlamp with me anyway, in case it did get dark. But I wasn't done. I was like, I came home and I'm like, yeah, I still got energy. I gotta burn off. So I went down to the water plant and I went back on the trail back there at the Glacier Esker. As soon as I went past the first little outlook there, before I got into the woods,
Yeah.
this gaggle of turkey come running out in front of me.
Oh, no.
And I yelled, you know, I was just, get out of the way.
So you're
Because I was
cruising.
flying.
Oh, man.
Oh,
And as soon as they scattered,
Yeah.
all the babies,
Oh,
they,
no.
all the babies ran out in front of me.
Oh, no.
And I hit a tree and I came down across my handlebars
Oh,
and
man.
broke a rib.
Oh,
And it
no.
still hurts.
Oh. You
Next
didn't
time,
slaughter any turkeys though.
I didn't hit anybody.
Well,
I hit a tree. And in fact, I didn't even hit the tree. My handle, I hit the brakes and my brakes just, they didn't work that well in that grass. And the left side of my handlebars clipped this tree and it just spun the front tire around and I just came right down on, that thing stuck me.
Oh, you can't do
right in the
anything for
chest.
broken rib, can you? You just have to suffer. until
You should have
it's
seen me
better.
at work the next day.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay,
Okay.
every young guy in the shop, you're moving this. And it still hurts. And I bet it's been a month. I kayaked Saturday.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I'd be able to paddle.
Uh-huh.
And I can paddle fine, but I still can't lift anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if I try to lift something, it just, it hurts.
Yeah.
2 on each side, catching a pass.
Oh.
It's already Kozar's team in high school. I was only 17 years old. They tried to drop the ball. I caught it between my legs. Great catch, great catch. It was 6 weekends of basketball season before they were healed. They had to wear a brace. Then you had to take it off so you didn't develop pleurisy on your lungs.
Yeah.
They could not broke ribs unless they get out of place. They'll put them back in. But that's all they could do. I remember that pain. That was painful.
Yeah, it's painful. Well,
did
you
Wes
don't-
answer?
You don't heal at 55 like you did at 25. Like, oh, man. Warren said, I'm taking the bike away from you. No, you're not.
Well, I'm glad you feel better. Now, takes a while.
Mm-mm.
I asked him to let me know and he never answered. You know, when I sent all the stuff out last week.
Yeah, it must be up.
Should we give him a few more minutes?
As well, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're online. We're here. I mean, but but yeah, if he doesn't show, we're dead in the water.
Yeah, when Edie applied for the first mural, she did it, her and Jeff. And through the conversations after the fact, DMRC apparently reimbursed them for what they spent. And we said, well, if it would have come through as a DMRC, we would have addressed possibly the legislation earlier. And so that's why we changed the legislation for it. So it keeps us whole as far as paying the secretary and the postage and stuff, and helps the nonprofit.
Mhm.
So, but with legislation through planning, it always has to go 3 readings. You can't suspend the rules, and you have to have a public hearing.
Is Wes the only other?
No, where Dave Saluka resigned from council, so we're short one person. There's usually 5 of us. And my John is not here tonight because he had a tooth extracted today, and he's a little bit tooth extracted,
Oh,
so he's a little under the weather.
Yeah, that's a good check.
It's really rare you can't make a quorum on a 5-person
Yeah,
Yeah,
committee, but
I don't think we've ever had this since
No.
I've been on planning.
no, and that's
Years
why I
now.
specifically said I didn't think my John would be here,
Yeah, I don't think we've ever.
so I need to know.
had Dave resigned by the time John knew about his tooth, or?
John's been waiting to have his tooth done since March,
Oh, right.
Since COVID.
Yeah.
since COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so finally they could get him in, and
Yeah.
he said, that's the day. I said, well, get it done before we think about vacation. So I know sometimes he has an adverse effect and gets infections from stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I just, already his face was beet red tonight, and the jaw was pretty puffy. And there's nothing we can discuss that we can't vote. We can't even call the meeting to order unless we have a quorum.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't good. So Aaron would never consider council, would he?
I don't think so.
What if I talk to him?
I don't think so.
Is his cell phone number still the same?
I'm not telling.
Well, I'll just try to call him.
Yeah, I hate to, we've only been waiting to do this lot combination since, well, she's been the holdup for 6 months.
Well, yeah, I mean, but still,
Yeah, she was out of
Here it
town,
is.
so.
yeah, she was out of town, now here it is.
If the planning commission chair were willing to, we could call a special meeting and just do it by Zoom. Everybody could sit home when he feels better.
Yeah.
Before, sometime before, except, okay, maybe next week.
When are you guys leaving?
Not until September.
Okay, because I'm leaving the 22nd.
Me
I will be
too.
gone 17 days,
Oh.
so.
So if we tried to fit it in next week, we could potentially get a meeting in
Mhm.
Wednesday if we had to.
Well, we'll have Parks and Rec Wednesday.
That starts at what, 6:30? They're planning at 6 o'clock.
30, yeah, we could do planning at 6 o'clock.
Is finance tomorrow?
I would call him and ask him to at least log on and sit there and be a dead body so we could have a
Don't
meeting.
do that.
Oh,
I'd
for
rather,
finance?
I would rather have knee surgery than a tooth pulled. God, I hate
That was
that.
awful.
I talked to Dr. Pollock the other day.
He might not be coming
I
back.
don't know. Have you talked to him? He was riding by, he rides by our house all the time. He stopped at, Lauren was out cutting the grass up the front yard. He stopped. And he stayed for quite a while. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna-
John and I have gone to him forever,
So
since
Lauren did.
um,
Long time.
Dr. Powers, who, the surgeon that did John's tooth, he must be head of maybe the Portage County Organization of Dentistry or something. Because him and John were talking about it today. And he says, well, within 2 years, he'll have somebody back in that office if Joe decides he's not going to reopen. I mean, because Joe's
Yeah,
a
but
couple years older than me.
yeah, he said he's not ready. He said, I'm not ready to retire. He said, but
All this crap.
he said, I just don't know if, all the PPE and all this and that. I was like,
Yeah.
I hear you, man. I mean, believe me, what we spend at work, insane. Keep 27 people masked and disinfected. I mean, and my boss is just, I'm always looking for the cheapest mask, like what can we get the best deal on if we buy bulk and pulse? Just get what's comfortable for you guys.
You just wear the regular, just,
No, these are really nice, as a matter of fact. We just got these. I can bring you some, they're really light.
see that, I just got these for that wedding that I had to
Oh, yeah.
perform.
Yeah.
And these are so much lighter than those other ones I've been wearing, and that they're like a little handkerchief.
That's what that is,
Yeah.
We
Cool.
were using
This
the
one-
disposable ones.
Yeah, this
but
one I can put a filter in it that I can take out and throw away.
The disposable ones are as much as these. And
Yeah.
I mean, these are a little heavier, but then they kind of.
I spend more time hanging them up to dry, because I mean, all mine are washable, so.
I had one of these Friday, we had the 8 o'clock and then the Zoom meeting. I came home, she said, you still got from your CPAP? I said, no, that's from having this mask on. All afternoon.
I
All
just,
right, I didn't hear back. What do you want to do? 6:45.
I know, I hate to make Dan come all the way out and,
Hey, we're even now. Okay, just let me know.
Well, and it makes sense for you to wait too, if you can. I mean, if you can.
oh,
wait.
well, he's here about his, he wanted to talk about the sidewalks that he wanted to put on the east
I
side.
thought you were still the mural.
No, he thought that the mural, they've been wanting to know what the decision was, and I said, we didn't get the paperwork. So, yeah, I'll see what John says if he wants to reschedule something. It would have to be next week.
Yeah, it has to be next week. He'll be gone, I'll be gone. I can't run a meeting from where I'm going.
Do we need? I mean, in all honesty, be serious. Do we need Parks and Shade Tree this month? We have nothing going on.
Did you guys ever decide about the kiosks? Have you discussed that? I keep reading in the DMRC minutes about the kiosk hasn't been updated. We finally got the glass replaced in it, but I don't know what else is going on. And I sent you guys all the rules and regulations that we had set up for the kiosk, because DMRC was willing to do it. If you recall, if you recall, I think it's been 2 years or so ago, somehow Chris Craycroft changed all the locks and DMRC had the key,
Right.
and they were going in and changing it, which was fine, but they were putting things in that Michelle had deemed inappropriate because they were advertisements for businesses.
Right.
And we can't advertise for businesses, but we can
Right.
advertise the other
We
thing.
went through all that. with
Yeah.
Greg. I mean, and we tried
Right.
telling them, we were like, I mean,
And
I
the,
thought they
yeah,
had
and
all that under control.
well, and Chelsea was supposed to take it over. We told the DMRC if they abided by the rules that what was Helen Hazlett was doing. Absolutely, they could go ahead and do it. It takes
Right.
one thing off our plate
Right.
to have to worry about, and nothing ever happened with it, so. But Edie brought it up again about us going over the kiosk rules, and that's why I sent them to all you guys. Since I don't come to the meetings anymore, I don't know what you guys discuss.
No, I don't think we did. In fact, I think all we did last month was read all
Well, that was enough.
yeah, we had to do 150 essays.
And that ended up,
We were here for hours.
that ended up being a little bit of a cluster too. Because they got intermixed and the winner didn't have a last name on it.
Oh, you're kidding, really?
No, so I had to go through all of them. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can't start. I mean, if you pass Wes coming up the steps, then come back up, but he's redheaded.
Yeah.
But if he's not here yet, he's not coming.
You
Uh,
got my phone.
okay, so I went through all of the things and wrote down what was her name? Kristen? I can't remember, whatever her name was. Wrote down all of those and then reached out to Becky and said, okay, who do you think this could be? Here's the ones that have the first and last names. And she came up with one. So I'm hoping it was the winner. I don't know.
Well, only 2 teachers put their stickers on.
No, there were little Post-it notes throughout
Oh, were
the,
there more?
yeah.
Because we only saw 2.
Yeah, there were the 2 that were in the orange folder kind of thing. And then there were more divided only by a little Post-it note with the teacher's name on it. And they got intermixed.
Yeah, we
So I
didn't do
wasn't-
it. Yeah, we just everybody started reading.
Yeah.
And Cookie was here, so that helped.
Yeah.
So, well, I think it helped.
So the winner has been notified. The gift card went back to the bank. They hung up her essay.
Good.
Okay, so I will check with John and let everybody know.
Okay. Well, YouTube, our vast audience of 1 concurrent viewer, which is now 0.
Who
It's
was
probably Harry.
No idea.
Who wasn't here?
I don't know. I'll end it. Bye, everybody.
Okay, so you will send Jenny a letter
Yes.
and let her know, so we get that one done. And I haven't